We back. Your boy CJ Goodfellow with the Boxing Clinic and more. This is the and more part. Speaking on some football situations, man. Wish we could just get to the plan already. Kicks off tomorrow. Chiefs and Patriots opening game. But we still got to talk about this Colin Kaepernick ish, man. First time I'm really speaking out on the situation. I'm gonna speak out on the Ray Lewis situation, man. Apparently Ray Lewis, like Michael Vick was telling, and like Jim Brown coon ass was telling Colin Kaepernick, basically he needs to focus on football and stop trying to be a revolutionary or pick one. You're gonna be a revolutionary, you're gonna be a football player. And I think that's unfair, but on the business side, man, you got all these old white, NFL owners that still have that, mentality. And that's why they hired Roger Goodell to clean up the image of the league and stop shit like this. Anything that takes money out of their pockets, they gonna consider that first before they consider, one of their own, in the NFL fraternity and family. And that's just the fact of the matter. Is it right? No. All the time you had Bill Romanowski out there spitting on motherfuckers. You had Dante Stallworth kill somebody, Leonard Little kill somebody. Tom Brady out there cheating. A lot of different situations that they didn't attack and try to undercut like they doing Colin Kaepernick, because he took a non-violent stance. And for him, he sounded like he done right with his money. But to get right into this topic, to be exact, apparently this is a meme posted by his girlfriend, calling Ray Lewis a coon, basically. Calling him Steven from Django, protecting his slave master, Steve Bisciotti, the owner of the Ravens, who, chose to get a arena football quarterback, and basically, go with Ryan Mallon and potentially lose a lot of games this season without considering Colin Kaepernick. And apparently Ray Lewis says that, him and Steve Bisciotti was in the back room working out a deal for them to bring in Colin Kaepernick, till his girlfriend, apparently Nessa, posted this meme and made him look bad. For one, my stance to this is that this is one of those situations where, you could be at work and, guy, you nut up. Oh, you was just about to get a raise. You was just about to get a promotion. Now you lost that promotion. Or you do to your kids. You wait for them to fuck up so you ain't got to do what you promised them to do. You go get them new Jordans. Y'all know you done fucked up. Well, you got an F. You been waiting on it. So she did open the door for them to get another excuse for why Kaepernick won't get signed. Now this shit is like 3 or 4 weeks old, and now they're using this as excuse why, he can't get signed. Baltimore's majority made up of blacks. That's a story they can get behind in Colin Kaepernick. Him coming in, starting as the quarterback and potentially winning games. It's a black community, but all of a sudden he's bad for the community now. With the Baltimore going through the riots and all the racial issues they had in the past, now he's bad for the community. Now he worries about an all-black community. Bringing in a black American quarterback, it's bad for the community. That's what I'll be talking about, man. They obviously blackballing Colin Kaepernick. And after a while, we get to week 5, 6, 7. Nobody's going to care about this shit no more. When you get to the thick of the NFL season, people are going to forget about Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick is not seeking to be an attention whore either. He's not doing interviews. He's not going on 60 Minutes. He's not going on CNN. He's not doing anything but handling his business and living his life and continuing to working out. He was close to 200 pounds after becoming a vegan. Now he's up to 230 pounds. For I understand, he's been working very hard. But at the end of the day, he would not be playing in the NFL again, in my opinion. And I think he's perfectly at peace with that. He's not out here begging for a handout. He's not out here begging for the NFL. And I think that's good for him. He's going to be able to, do other things. Be a revolutionary. He's going to be able to live his life. Do what he want to do. Not being shackled. That's the thing about being part of an organization like the NFL, NBA. You always represent. They always have control over you. You have a boss. At the end of the day, they can fine you for what you say. They can fine you for what you do. You have a boss. Being your own boss, it gets no better than that. And hopefully Colin Kaepernick goes on and does some nonprofit stuff and does his own business. He's done right by his money. Very smart individual, and I'm behind him 100%. But, most people are not going to give up football to support Colin Kaepernick in the black community, because that's, basically that, from the outside looking in, most blacks all have is sports and entertainment, as Jay-Z said in the Reasonable Doubt album. So, it's no knock on him. He did terminate his own contract with the 49ers. Do I believe he can still play? He's better than half the quarterbacks out there. I don't know about half, but he's better than that. 2 quarterbacks in Jacksonville. He's better than the backup in Baltimore. He's better than a lot of guys, in my opinion. It ain't the fact that, he had a horrible year. Look at the year he had with the 49ers. Nobody has a good year with the 49ers. And, now there's no talent around them. Everybody is gone. Everybody's hurt. P. Willis gone. Torrey Smith, Michael Crabtree gone. Do I think he was the greatest quarterback at one point in time? Not ever. I don't think he was even a top 15 quarterback. But he's serviceable, and if you put some talent around him, he can win some football games for you. But I think it's over with for him, and I think he's totally at peace with it, man. He's not speaking out. Usually the cry comes before the fall. Kaepernick didn't have a cry. I don't think he had a fall. I think he has. He's going to rise. He's going to do something greater than the NFL ever could do for him. So that's my opinion on Colin Kaepernick. We gone.